All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Lemax Symphony of Screams. This piece came out in about 2019, I believe. It's made of a poly resin, some quick dimensions on it. It's about 9.5 inches high, 12.5 inches wide, and about 9.25 deep. It really is giant, especially compared to some of the other houses. It's large. However, what makes this piece amazing is really the color. It's the animation of the lights. I mean, the animation of the people is cool. It's great to see the people swaying and the conductor moving and, you know, the drummer moving, all that stuff. It's great. But the lighting just makes this piece. You can see just initially, and this is during the day, by the way, and these lights are still showing through great. The background of all the musicians, it's constantly churning colors. It seems to go really well with the music, which we'll listen to in a bit. All the little, I don't know, what are those horns on top? Let me get a little close in for you. All these little horns all are constantly same color, but kind of fading in and out on different times. It just makes a really cool thing. The flame effect. Excellent job on that. And it's cool to see not just 2 torches, but 4. It really ties it in. You got the chains going around it. They put in all the little detail here around the front of it, the skull. I mean, it's really cool. Even right down to the drums. I mean, they look really nice. The organ, the guy playing the organ. It would have been cool to see the organ player move, but we didn't get that. But still, you don't miss it. It would have just been something cool to see. Same thing with the singer there, because again, majority of them are moving and 2 of them aren't. Not a huge deal because majority is all you need. It just would have been neat to see. Also, the bats in the stone thing here, the pillars, I guess they would be. They kind of fade in and out on each side. And then if you go to the front, they definitely didn't hold back on that detail. I mean, look at that, all the way to the front. I think that is phenomenal. The Symphony of Screams, again, with the skulls. The theme of keeping those skulls throughout this whole piece is just awesome. The paint job is great. I love the colors that they chose. And with the fire, the way it kind of reflects off all the bricking, it's just a really cool effect. It really is. And because the torches are kind of fading in and out, it's a little bit more realistic than just a steady light, right? It's just super cool. Now let's take a look at the people. Every instrument is there, and it's detailed well enough where you know what they are. And they're all in costume. They're obviously, again, keeping with the skull theme, but they're moving, they're swaying. The speaker is there in the back, which is kind of cool, because a lot of times speakers are under the houses and things like that, and it can muffle the sound. This one is not the case because it's right there in the back, and because it's also inside of this like tunnel thing, it kind of makes it a little bit louder, but it's crystal clear. It's really nice. The detail, I can't say that enough. It's just really cool to see in this piece. I highly recommend it for any village. It doesn't matter if you're doing a carnival theme or just a regular old village. It doesn't matter. This year, we did do it as part of like a carnival theme, but in years prior, we just use it as accents around the house or even in the village. So it doesn't really matter. It's gonna fit great. However, if you do have some carnival pieces, food for thought, it is kind of cool to team it up with like a monster ball or something like that, or one of your Pit and the Pendulums or anything you got. It just really goes well with that kind of stuff. If it's the monster ball, they're dancing to the music, right, that the orchestra's playing. If it's a carnival ride, well, there's usually music at carnivals too, right? So it can be themed in a couple different fashions. I know I've heard some people say things about it being a little tough to theme, but I think it's more than possible. And if all else fails, like it's happened to us in the past where you just didn't have the right spot for it in your village for one reason or the other, that's not a problem. Display it on its own somewhere else around the house. Use it as an accent piece. We did that. It was great. The music is phenomenal. It's just an all-around really cool piece. So why don't I turn it up for you so you can hear the music a bit? And let me see if I can dim the lights a little bit. Like I said, it is daytime here, so let me see how dark I can get it. And I'll turn up the music and we'll take a little last look at it. But in closing, highly recommend it. Really do. I don't remember what I paid for it off the top of my head. I want to say it was one of the more expensive ones. Might have been like I don't know, $150 or something like that, I think. But even with that said, there's always coupons to be had and things like that. I got this piece a couple years ago, so I don't have the receipt in front of me. I don't know. I think it's still, you can still get this piece. It's not retired yet. But at the time when it came out, that was kind of roughly the details of my purchasing process. I want to say it was in the 150-ish range after taxes or something like that. But again, with the coupons, it dropped down. So really cool piece. Let's turn out the lights and see if we can get a better look at it. So all in all, guys, a really, really cool piece. I can't recommend it enough. I think it's great for any village. Be careful when you're purchasing this one, though. eBay tends to be a little higher price, especially during the season. So just, monitor what you're paying for it. I wish I had my receipt in front of you to tell you exactly what I paid for it. But it's always best if you can buy it from a reputable site. Not that eBay's not, but again, they're going to go for way more on eBay because they're sold personally versus through an actual website where they'll be a little bit more reasonably priced. But all in all, it's great. I recommend it. Can't say it enough. Thank you so much for checking out my review. There'll be more to come. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.